Hi guys, and welcome back to World of Tanks and another random destruction. This is the first video I've had a chance to actually edit for the last couple of days. So I do apologise for the lack of uploads over the last couple of days, but we've had the plumber here fitting the new boiler. And of course it turned out that it wasn't quite as simple as it originally seemed. And that, you know, obviously years and years ago, before we moved into this house, and whoever did the heating before had used the sort of wrong size pipes upstairs, so there's been a lot of repiping to be done as well. So this is the first opportunity I've actually had to edit and get anything uploaded. And I know obviously that, you know, there was the new update yesterday with the tier 10 light tanks, and obviously the rebalancing of the existing lights and the sort of shuffling about, like the 1390 is now a tier 9, same as the T54 lightweight, the T49, the Bulldog's now a tier 8, and various packages have sort of disappeared, and things that haven't moved, you know, the ones that have moved up a tier have been buffed, the ones that haven't have been nerfed, some fairly heavily. It's my sort of first impression on some of them. But there are some nice features that have come as well, like you know, custom flags, which is the sort of first part of Wiggly Bits. You know, the extra additions to your tank, and obviously the light tank matchmaking got changed, so it's now not you know, ±3. It's standard matchmaking, so you know, a tier 5 light tank will only see up to tier 7 now. Hence some of the nerfs. And there was something else as well. I can't even think what it was, but yeah, there was something else that was quite a nice feature in there. Now I can't think what it was now. It's just completely, my mind's gone blank because I've been rushing about this morning. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, I'll be looking. Well, I'll be hopefully, if I get a chance today, because he is back today finishing off. But hopefully, because of what needs doing today, it's fairly straightforward. So I hopefully will get a chance to upload a video later looking at some of these new light tanks, maybe, or anyway, I'll see. But yeah, I mean, the other thing is that obviously some of the premium light tanks have been sort of left alone and just had the matchmaking altered, which has made them more competitive. Dragon, for example, Type 62. My issue with that was that at tier 10 it just wasn't, you know, in a tier 10 match it wasn't competitive enough, and it really shouldn't see tier 10. Now it doesn't, so it, you know, it's obviously more competitive. But back to this one, I'm the Ferdinand. It's a tier 9 match, and not particularly exciting match, but quite decent anyway, you know, for a tier 8 and a tier 9. But yeah, not particularly exciting. It's sort of, I wouldn't say textbook, but do you know what I mean? It's just like standard play. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but anyway, there wasn't many people coming down to cover this direction, so I've come down here. There's a heavy, there's a light, there's a medium just over to my right, and I'm just using this ridge. Ferdinand's got good gun depression. Good frontal armour, better when you're using your gun depression, as most tanks are, because it just gives it a bit of an angle. And at the minute I am punishing those tanks up that way that are just sort of, well, all I've got is the commander's hatch. You know, commander's hatch is poking up, like on that T30, just his commander's hatch, and I you know, bounced off it a couple of times. I managed to pen it a couple of times, and now I'm going to do the same to the M103. He's going to keep coming around there, just having his commander's hatch showing above that ridge, and I'm going to keep trying to put shells into it. Just like that. I do like the Ferdinand. It's a nice TD, bit slow and sluggish, but it's got decent frontal armour. And quite a decent gun, to be honest, with quite a, you know, a decent rate of fire. It's to me, you know, it's seems a nice TD, and I do like the Ferdinand. There obviously, there's going to be people that prefer the Borsig, that style of gameplay. I prefer this. It's got a bit more. Well, I've said before, I do like to get in there, you know, quite often. And although obviously, you know, this doesn't have the manoeuvrability, it's got that armour to back it up, especially when you're top tier, that you can get in there a little bit. And I'm just a bit concerned. You see, I've started moving forwards, and there is still that medium behind there, but there is a TD up on that hill where somebody just marked around A90. And I think it's an object 704, if I remember rightly. That's a tier 9 Russian, isn't it, I think. So I'm just being a bit wary, because if I get spotted, I don't really want to be in his, you know, in his sort of view range. Which I would have been there, but I don't think I was in his line of sight, which is lucky. But I'm just keeping an eye out, and I'm trying to think roughly where he was. And I thought he was up there, but I think he may have moved. Bit of a speculative shot, to be honest. And now there's just a T-54E1 round here. However, you know, he's an auto-loader. He could make a serious mess of me. So I'm going to be very, very cautious, because, you know, I'll be able to hit him once, and then he'll probably empty his clip into me, and I would be done. So I've got to be very careful, and he's definitely going to take more than one shot from me, I think. So I've got to be very, very careful and hope that he may be just starting to reload. Here he comes. Got one into him and tracked him. Back the hell off before he starts putting any into me, but luckily somebody took him down the medium, got round behind him and took him out. And there's the object 704. Didn't pen, but I did manage to track him. Got a small amount of assisted there. Let's see if I can get a shot in before he gets taken out. I don't think I'll get another one in, because everybody's now swarming in. Yeah, he's done. And that's the game. So yeah, not a bad game, you know, quite decent with damage and what have you, but just not particularly exciting. And not many battle ribbons either from that one. It was just a pretty sort of standard game, if you see what I mean. It was, you know, nothing really went wrong. It just sort of went well. But it's always nice when you're not top tier and you come out top of the table. So I'm happy with that one, definitely. And I've got a Tiger 2 replay for you now. And again, not brilliant, not amazing, but I used it because look at that matchmaking. I know it was quick, but did you see how good that matchmaking was? And I know I've put stuff up like this before and people are like, what, really? I never get matchmaking like that in my Tiger 2 or any tier 8. And it's just, I don't know, I think I just might have a bit of luck with matchmaking at times. But yeah, my Tiger 2, only 3 tier 8s on each team. This could be fun. So let's see what happens now. I was a bit undecided at first whether to go around to that corner in, you know, the sort of one around D8, or whether to go for the bridge. But there were a few people already going for the bridge, not the bridge, that corner at D8. So I decided to basically just go for the bridge and see what happened there. And that light tank, you know, I'd been keeping an eye on him. He'd gone straight across the bridge and not spotted anything. None of the other tanks on our team are coming to the bridge, or then maybe that TD might turn up actually. But yeah, I was a bit surprised actually, and I didn't think anybody was going to come this way, but it looks like they have. They were just a bit late. That Sparpanzer's just managed to pen, possibly my turret, and I missed, of course. A bit of a spoiler alert, I miss a lot for the first couple of minutes, and I was getting a bit frustrated. I mean, that one wasn't fully aimed, I don't think, and it missed, but then fully aimed shots just keep dipping or just going slightly wide. And I know it appears as I'm, you know, sat out in the open. See what I mean? Fully aimed, missed. I know it appears that I'm sat out in the open, but obviously I'm not, because from their angle they can't see the front of my tank. So, you know, I am actually side scraping against them. I've just got to keep an eye on the map to make sure nothing pushes around on that corner off to my right. But the friendly tanks are really pushing around that way, so I think I'm safe for now. But at this angle, like I say, with where I am, I'm just side scraping off there. Right, well now my gun's actually behaving a little bit more. I've hit something, which is pleasant because I was getting quite frustrated with just miss after miss after miss. Let's see if I can hit that M6. Yep. Still not taking any more damage because of the angle I'm at. Can I hit the T20? Or the T21? T20? Yeah, T20. Yeah, I was getting very, very frustrated with missing, but now my gun seems to have sort of behaving itself. Either that or my gunner has actually sobered up, and I'm actually able to hit things now. But now it gets a bit trickier. Now the Ferdinand's here, and he's using it well. He's popping out, taking his shot, pulling back, and I've not got much to shoot at. And he is at a bit of an angle, but I've got RT raining down on him, so I'm quite happy with that one. Got his lower plate, and it went high and just bounced, but I'm not taking any damage from him, so you know, it's not like I'm getting damaged and I just can't do anything to him. It's sort of a bit of a stalemate almost. That one went through though, that was nice. The last one bounced at the same spot, and then RT just took him down. Quite happy with that one. Didn't quite have time to tell him it was a nice shot. Tracked the LC and I decided to try and go after him. But it's very, well, it is even. I would say it's very even. It is completely even. Oh, getting RT, and of course it just went high. The M6 is back though. Can I reload in time to get a shot into him? Maybe. Just. However, yes, I did notice a heavy tank creeping its way around behind me. So now I'd forced the M6 back. I turned, hoping I didn't get a shot in the side. And it's a full health enemy Tiger 2. Great. You know, it's not that I've still got confidence in myself. However, I'd already taken a hit, but now so has he. And if I can just keep at the angle, keep my lower glacis hidden as much as possible, I might come out of this one all right. I've got 2 shots into him for none into me from him, and I'm just managing to outmaneuver him now as well, luckily. And I'm going to keep right up next to him. He's going to go for my commander's hatch, but I've pulled back, put it into his lower plate, and then pushed forwards again, but we capped out for the win. And I didn't quite get to finish him off, which is unfortunate. I think another hit, maybe 2, would have taken him down, possibly another one. So yeah, not a great match, high caliber, 3,000 amount damage, 2,000 assisted. So you know, 5,000 combined and 3,000 blocks, not a bad game, but it, you know, it could have been a lot better. But that was mostly down to the matchmaking. But anyway, well, I hope you've enjoyed that one. I hope you're enjoying the new light tanks, and fingers crossed, if I can, I'll upload a video later, having a look at some of them, or sort of going on about the changes. Like I said, it has been very, very difficult, but if I can't get the video up today, it will definitely be up tomorrow at some point. So, until then, take care out there, and I'll catch you next time. See you later.